Love to Love You radio show is a iPhoenix Media production. Alonda Gregory, producer. Follow iPhoenix Media Dubuque and Love to Love You radio on social media. You can also email us or call at iphoenixmedia11@gmail.com, and our phone number 563-293-5940.
Ready.
Do it again.
Good, okay, all right. We are live, we are here. What's going on, everyone? This is Alonda Gregory. Thank you again for tuning in to Love You radio show. I'm your host, Goldie, and our special surprise guest, we have Susan.
Hello.
And our sound engineer, Dan from Asylum Recording Studios. This first hour is brought to you by Asylum Recording Studios, located here in Dubuque, Iowa, right next to the smokestack. It's actually inside of the smokestack. And they're having a quarantine special. No need to come in. Send them your stems. Mixing, mastering, 4 tracks, 1 song, $50. More than 4 tracks, more than 1 song. Contact Asylum for a consultation. www.asylumrecordingstudios.com or email studioinfo@asylumrecordingstudios.com. Find out how you can be a sponsor. How you can sponsor a segment or advertise your business on Love to Love You Radio. Email us, iphoenixmedia11@gmail.com or call 563-293-5940.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, you guys, what's going on? Hello. How you guys doing? Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. We got a Susan here with us from the Smokestack, owner of the Smokestack. How is life treating you during this time?
Well, Smokestack is close to the public.
Yeah.
So, we agree with that 100%. I mean, public health is public health.
Yeah.
And so we closed down, the state closed down, of course, all bars, restaurants, venues.
Right.
And as a venue, we are there, closed down. We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're not doing food like we once did. And, so we're just closed.
Just closed.
And, we're just kind of catching up on other things in the meantime and doing our best to stay afloat.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be able to reopen.
I hope so, too.
I really do.
I need to get out. And Asylum Recording Studios, they're close to the public as well, but they're able to get stems and mix and master and stuff. So we work in the public. All of us work with the public. So
Absolutely.
It's kind of like, I work for a library part-time, and it's something else. Yeah.
I mean, dealing with the public is very difficult.
It is.
And in a crisis like this, you have no choice.
Yeah.
You have no choice but to, all of us have a responsibility to limit contact, social distancing, all of this. It's completely necessary.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it is.
Yeah.
It's just I want to get it over with. But it will be warm soon, so we're hoping that we can get out of the house and
I hope so.
get to hanging out again and
hope so.
doing some fun things. I mean, we're doing fun things now, but sometimes being in the house with everybody
And
kind of
making fun of Matt for a couple days is a little.
Yeah. Dan's really been getting on Zill's
Dude, I've been
nerves.
losing it.
I can understand that. I yell at him when I can.
Yes, yell at him.
He's my brother. I love him. I yell at him like a brother.
Yeah, you do. And I yell at him because he yells at me.
Well, hello.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
yells at me all the
exactly.
time. So
You're married to him, so.
Spouse's automatic yelling.
yeah, he yells at me and I yells and he's like, "Why are you raising your voice? Because you're talking to me like I'm 2." But anyway, hey, happy Easter again, everybody. We got a fun-filled show. We're going to talk about Easter memories. We're going to talk about Easter treats that everybody love, that you absolutely hate. I know I have a personal favorite that I absolutely hate and everybody love. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. And until then, we're going to play this short PSA, and we'll be right back.
Kind of family she wanted. She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S. Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council. You went car shopping.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía.
Oh, a little slip there.
All
but we
right,
got
yeah.
it.
Well,
Got
I
it.
just realized that it was in a play, and it just keep playing, and I'm thinking,
okay.
those seconds get away from me really quick. So
Yeah.
that's why we have an engineer, and so when we
Yeah.
get all this together, I don't have to worry about this because my attention span is like, oh, squirrel. I see something, I start doing something else. Sorry about that, you guys.
Plus, we're still figuring,
Yeah,
the
we're still
kinks
trying
out,
to figure it out because it's not the studio, and which is a little better because I don't have Matt in the background
Oh, yeah.
pulling his hair out and things like that and acting up. So, yeah. So, hey, everybody, I want to shout out to the chat room. 23 Centuries Media is online. Hey, 23 Centuries Media. Mike Jones have a podcast. He has one every week. He uploads it to iTunes and things like that, so you can check out his podcast. He has some really interesting topics and discussions. So check him out. That's 23 Centuries Media. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead on since we chat out the chat room, and shout out everybody. I want to talk about some of the headlines. So what we do when we start off, we do some headline reading. We talk about some. I try to stay away from some of the obvious things that's going on because we don't want to start. We don't want to get angry. So the Wall Street Journal today posted the strangest Easter. Coronavirus maintains its grip as talks of reopening percolates. So what's happening is they are going back and forth trying to see when we're going to reopen, all of the kind of stuff. So in the this is the Wall Street Journal. In the Wall Street Journal, social distancing requirements curbed Easter celebrations around the world. Officials warned that early signs of success in slowing the spread of the new coronavirus should mean a quick lifting of lockdown orders. The U.S. leads the world in a number of confirmed cases, more than 550,000 and fatalities, and more than 21,700 according to the data of Johns Hopkins University. So that's 21,000 deaths
in this country
alone, and 550,000 cases in this country alone.
Yes.
Globally, the number of confirmed coronaviruses around the world topped at 1.8 million as of this morning. All right, under restrictions imposed to battle the pandemic, millions of Catholics and Protestants marked Easter, the holiest day on the Christian calendar. We know that. So they are just giving some more information. At the Vatican, Pope Francis on Sunday proclaimed what he called a contagion of hope after he offered Mass at a near-empty St. Peter's Basilica. So one more information about that headline I just read, that's in the Wall Street Journal. So it is strange. It is Easter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgot about it was Easter.
No, I mean, the days kind of, combined
right.
together.
Yeah,
You
they
just kind of
blur.
forget.
Yeah.
They blur.
It's like March 327.
Exactly. I missed garbage night the other day.
Oh my God.
I was like, wow.
No, I think too, like sometimes I'll just, I don't know if the same thing too, but like I stay up way later than I normally do now.
I'm
just
going to
because
bed
there's
earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's insane.
Yeah, and I don't know. My sleep pattern is off. I go to sleep. I sleep less. I sleep like at 3 a.m. I get back up at 9 or it's just hard for me to sleep. I don't know why. My sleep pattern is totally off. My clock is off. I'm drinking coffee all times of the day. I'm not drinking it in the morning anymore.
100%.
So it's strange, very bizarre. Although we are to maybe go in. I think they're trying to get us to get back into like a skeleton crew, kind of like some of us go back in because whatever. So that kind of thing.
We'll see how long this
lasts. We'll see.
I personally, I don't want to be a downer, but since my husband and I own a place that is specialize in assembly, in large gatherings.
Yeah.
I kind of feel not as optimistic about a quick turnaround. I'm not seeing a quick back.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly for us. Other businesses may be different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the disheartening things about this. We just don't realize how much of social gathering that we have. As much of an introvert I am, I just realize that I still like people sometimes, and I like to have an option of saying no, I don't want to come out, but you're open and it's a business, and people don't understand the business side of it until they actually talk to have a conversation.
I mean, the interaction, like even at the library, the interaction is a huge part of what's going on in that space. It's, we don't think about this.
No, we don't. And I think because it's a public place and we're supposed to reopen by the first Monday in May, I still think that's too soon. Yeah, I think that's too soon because we are a public place, which means public. Everybody comes in there. And we are a center for, we have a lot of resources there. And people that don't work or whatever, people are there all day. So we become these essential workers at this point. You're putting us on the front line again.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah.
Correct. That is the front line. That does become like an essential worker.
Yeah.
And I would ask, are you getting hazard pay? I mean,
Exactly.
Absolutely not. But
I mean, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think I love the library and I'm glad that we're there, but that's not an essential.
It's a great library.
It's a free. Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful.
library.
I love the library, but it's not essential.
Yeah, right now, no.
It's not.
No, it's not
it's
essential. It's not essential, and I just hope that they look at it. They every day we're getting briefed, so we'll find out exactly how it's going. And it's
wonderful.
And I miss going. And I know people miss coming there. So as soon as we can get this over with, the better.
Yeah.
The better. So this is a story from the New York Times, your hometown. Hope and new life in a Brooklyn maternity ward fighting COVID-19. In a hospital at the center of the crisis, nearly 200 babies have arrived since March. Some pregnant women have fallen extremely ill, but doctors are winning battles for the lives and their children. The worried doctors stood together after their rounds, weighing the risk. A 31-year-old pregnant woman was in peril, her lungs ravaged by the coronavirus. If they delivered her baby now, it might reduce the strain on her body and help her recover. But it was more than 2 months before the due date, and the infant will probably have difficulty breathing, feeding, and maintaining temperature and be at risk for long-term health problems. The surgery itself, a cesarean section, would be a stressor for the mother. In the end, 3 obstetricians agreed. Neither the mother on a ventilator nor the child in her womb was getting enough oxygen. And the best chance was to save them both, to bring a baby into the world today. So Dr. Errol Bayer, we need to do something, he's quoted. Chairman of the Department of Obstetrics, you know what I'm trying to say.
Obstetrics, yeah.
Thank you. Well, I got tongue-tied all of a sudden. And gynecology at the Brooklyn Hospital Center, reflecting on the morning nearly 2 weeks ago. So we have to know that baby and mom is doing fine, and nearly 200 babies have arrived. 29 pregnant or delivering women have suspected or confirmed cases of COVID-19. Yeah. The disease caused by the virus, they have been kept separate from other patients. Medical workers wear protective clothing when attending to them. Hallways where women walk as their labor are empty, with the mothers to be confined to their rooms. Multiple doctors and nurses in the department have fallen ill. Yeah. Even healthy pregnant women are anxious. They don't feel the happiness and joy that many people experience at the time of life. Some pregnant patients who become sick are scared of coming into the hospital, citing fear of the virus or of being alone. They have delayed doing so. A few of them have become dangerously ill. As of other New York hospitals, the surge of new patients with COVID-19 flattened this past week, but the intensive care unit in Brooklyn Hospital had to keep expanding to nearly 3 times its original size, and deaths remain high. Nearly 90 patients confirmed or suspected to have a virus have succumbed since March 1st. From Monday to Friday last week alone, 30 died. 5 staff members also have died. The crisis is not over.
Jeez.
but he's grateful. So far, not one mother or baby has been lost. There have been no confirmed cases among newborns, though doctors are waiting for results for one, according to the chair of pediatrics, Dr. Nora. And so they're just saying that right now they're on the front lines too, and we forget about this. If there are women that are pregnant right now, and that has got to be scary to be a mother in labor.
Yeah, I mean that's actually my local hospital in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
My husband and I are from Brooklyn, New York, but that Brooklyn hospital is our hospital. That's the closest hospital to us, and I mean that's literally like 8 blocks from the house. It's very to know that they're going through. I've been watching what happens at Brooklyn Hospital since this began. I know how hard it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially in New York.
It's
that
unreal.
was
Unreal.
crazy.
It's crazy.
My family there has been basically in self-isolation for as long as possible.
Oh my
Since
God,
mid-March.
especially there.
Oh,
it's
You know,
scary.
my brother-in-law has, we believe, recovered. He could not get tested.
Oh my gosh.
We believe he could not get tested, but he's okay now, and
Oh,
thankfully
wow.
without hospitalization.
Wow.
So we're grateful for that. But that is my local hospital. It's hard to see pictures. I actually looked at that article today.
Did you?
I couldn't really look at it.
Yeah.
Because it was going to really hurt.
Yeah.
And it has a video.
Oh yeah.
Which is real. I kind of can't look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's really very difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, even my husband, we watched a video earlier from the New York Times, I believe, that was of Brooklyn Hospital's ER, which was kind of devastating. It was maybe about 2 weeks ago, and that it was intense.
Yeah.
My husband was a paramedic for the FDNY, so he'd seen the doctor who was profiled throughout the entire thing.
Right.
He knew her on site.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he may never have spoken with her, but
Right.
he knew her on site. He's like, yeah, I know that woman's kind of amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that got it. Yeah, because your husband actually, Scott wanted to go back, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
my
Yeah.
Yes, he was ready to go
remember
back
that.
to
Yeah.
New York. Probably about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for him on the level because he was an FDNY paramedic.
Yeah.
He knows people are hurting.
Yeah.
He trained for this particular kind of. He was a rescue and hazmat paramedic, so
Yeah.
he trained for that. This
Yeah.
kind of pandemic and biological warfare response, among other kinds of response. So it's very difficult for him to be here and feel powerless,
Oh gosh.
while knowing that his former colleagues are really struggling and are really delivering as
Yeah.
best they can.
Yeah.
So that's hard for him.
Yeah.
But then there's also I don't know if Chicago's like this, but in New York, when things really go badly, that city comes together in a way like you can't even imagine. I mean, Chicago may be the same. Because major cities, when you have when you are like,
you see, I'm getting that look like.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
But New York, like for me as well, it's like to not be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like those people, because we were there for 9/11. For those people for New Yorkers who were not in New York City on 9/11, it's kind of it's similar.
Yeah.
Where it's like your heart is there, and
What can I do? Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Unlike for me, and I hate to sound like this, there's people, I'm looking at folks in Chicago and they still got their ass out. And so I'm not feeling that for them because a lot of the people that I'm seeing like online, they're still doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No.
I know
And
that's true in New York
it's-
City as well.
And
It's gotten bad in Illinois.
and it's gotten worse. And their mayor, she's really like down to the point that she's getting ready to shut down everything.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I love her. I love Mayor
amazing.
Lightfoot. And just looking at, she just did a press conference this morning that the building that they were in the area imploding the building, and it turned out it exploded and it got over stuff. And these are kind of things that.
Yep.
And I do feel for it because that's my hometown. And I worry for a lot of them too because I have a lot of, we're older. So of course I'm going to worry about some of my friends. I'm seeing people losing their loved ones.
Exactly.
I mean, that's close to us. We just lost 2 cousins in our family that I just, seeing they're distant, I can say distant cousins, but they're
sorry.
not immediate family cousins, but
So sorry.
they died, you know what I'm saying? So and this is something
Absolutely.
a friend of mine, her mom, somebody I went to school with, her mom died. Another person
Ditto.
I grew up with, their dad died. You know,
Yes.
so it's close
Yes.
enough to home that I do feel for them. And at the same time, the other ones that I'm seeing that's continuing is just going on like it's nothing to understand.
Yeah.
It can be traumatizing right now. And that's the way you're dealing with things. Just act like it's not there, but this is not the time. You need to just really just keep still. Get you some liquor. They close liquor stores down at 9 o'clock. I think they should close them at 5. Out there, seriously, because they still.
I understand that.
They're still shooting at each other. I'm trying to figure that one out. Like they had a house party last night. And 6 people got killed. No, not saying they got killed, but it was shot. 6 people were shot.
And this was in
Chicago. Some party in Chicago, right? Last weekend it was the same thing.
That's like parties should not be happening.
No party should be happening. But I talked to someone yesterday. They were on their way to a kid's birthday party. A 3-year-old. Like, are you all sure you want to be around kids right now? You all, you know what I mean? Some of them still working. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when do you stop doing this? I understand life goes on, but when do you stop and realize that it can happen to you? Even though it's just one of those things is mind-blowing to me. So I understand. I always love New York because New York has always been that thing, the example that the togetherness that I've seen. Like when something happens, you all do come together. When I had experiences being out there, it's just like the love is different there. You know, no matter what, people come together. You know, you all have
Everybody's going in a million different directions in a city like that. But when things are horrific, and people, literally everything stops. People think that New Yorkers are rude, and whatever. The fact of the matter is, New Yorkers are busy.
Yeah,
New Yorkers do not have time for nonsense.
Right.
But when and it's not that it's even nonsense. And like when I say like, when people say that like New Yorkers are rude, I'm like, you know what? If they were rude to you when you ask for directions, I understand that. That person didn't have time. Somebody else has time.
Right.
I was often the person who had time to help you when you asked for directions. I mean, Scott and I were asked for directions on an almost daily basis. When we lived in New York. Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, I used to think the New Yorkers were rude, and because I'm from being from Chicago and going to see them. It was just like, wait, why are you talking to me like that? But then I got it. It's just a different. When you don't have time, like I have a mission, I gotta go. So I totally get it. I
don't
totally
have time for that.
Nobody has.
But when I have time, I have time.
Yeah.
And when it's an emergency, I have time.
Yeah.
If you really need help, I have time.
Absolutely.
And that's what most
I saw.
people are like.
Yeah.
And in a situation like this, the city comes together in a way that it's almost to me it's indescribable because it's.
The parties
really
showed
incredible.
me that.
Yeah.
The parties that
incredible.
we've gone to, the
That's
parties that we participate,
the
events and stuff that we had gone to there in New York. That's when we saw the love.
It's a family.
It's a family type of environment.
And you're all in this together.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're all in this together. I mean, in New York, so I think somebody once said somewhere that like the subway, public transportation is a huge part of New York City. It is a great equalizer. You will see CEOs on the subway with, people who are, ditch diggers, let's say, for example.
Yeah.
And it's an equalizer.
Yeah.
People have to get along.
I totally was impressed with that when I see people that work down in the financial district, and they're on the train with someone that may work at a call center or whatever. And this is just it. It's just you just people. This is like, you know what I mean?
And I won't say that everybody has a real concept of work.
Yeah.
There are people who will never have a concept of how everyday people work. Mm-hmm. But there are people who fully understand that at all levels of New York City, which is interesting.
Yeah. That's pretty. You don't think about that. It took me to actually come.
How hard is your job? It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Your job is actually pretty hard.
Yeah.
Whatever job it is pretty hard.
That's what you have, and everybody have a job to do. So
correct.
Your one job is not more important than the other. So I've learned that. Come here.
100%.
Yeah. When I came here, I realized that.
Person who cleans your floors is as important as your CEO.
Absolutely.
And that CEO. If it's a good CEO, knows that.
You don't know how important someone is until you walk into a bathroom in a public place and it's not clean.
For real.
you have to. I think about the person
real.
that got to clean it up. That kind of
For
thing.
real.
Even though sometimes
If they do,
yeah, and I know for sure that when they do, it's like. I feel for the person that got to clean this up.
100%.
And sometimes I would be in there like, okay, I can't just go to the bathroom. I'll clean it up a little bit because I used to carry.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, I used to carry little things. I had wipes and all that stuff in my purse, and for some reason, bleach fell in my purse one day, so I stopped carrying it stuff. And so I would clean up
the bleach.
Yeah, I had
that
bleach
would
in my
definitely
purse because
suck.
I used to sanitize. I was a little wacko.
That's okay.
I used to sanitize toilets and things before I sat down. So when bleach spilled in my purse one day.
Yeah, but in this climate, you know what? You can't be too cautious. If you want to carry bleach on your person, go right ahead, Amanda.
I do carry something a little less. It's not as abrasive as bleach. I keep peroxide, a little bottle of peroxide in my purse because that helps clean too, and that's not as abrasive. So I do use that because I spray the toilet, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, I do that kind of stuff because whatever. That's what I do.
But in this climate right now,
Yeah.
with what we are dealing with, I don't think that that's out of line.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never have thought to do that. But at this moment in my life, maybe I would.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd go around with my little dilution, my bleach dilution spray, and spray every doorknob before I touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Wait 5 minutes for it to dry. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and alcohol, because I even carry a little thing of alcohol with me too, because either one works. And so when I realized that you can use either one to clean, I just started carrying it in my purse because, like I said, I think I was on a train in Chicago going to work, and I had a little bleach solution in my bag, and I kept saying like, oh, I smell bleach, and it didn't dawn on me until I got to work and I saw it spilled in the bottom of my purse and turned everything, and I'm like, oh, I didn't close this back.
That'd be a good wake up call. Wow.
I'm at work with a bleached out purse, whatever. Like, it was crazy. But I do, but I think that's probably why I don't get sick as much, because I've always been conscious about people and them covering their nose, their mouth, coughing, because you had kids. So when you're having children, you have this thing that I've always been like this because people carry germs, and I know a lot of people are germy. A lot of people don't think about health like that, and that's okay, but I do. And I didn't like going home. Like, I don't like bringing stuff back in the house. Like, I'll wash my hands off. Like I yell at him for not don't touch the refrigerator. I wash your hands. That kind of thing. But because you just have to be conscious of just getting anybody sick. I don't know what I touched before I got in here. I don't know whatever, and so. That's the kind of thing. And so these type of things that people are becoming more aware of, which I am glad they're becoming aware of that. And I'm just anticipating when this is all over.
It'll be one. I look forward to that day.
Yeah, I do too.
I look forward to that day.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. So I just wanted that was our trending topics. I just wanted to just say, you guys, thank you all again for tuning in to Love You Radio. And today we're going to be talking about, we're having Easter stories, Easter memories. So we're going to have a couple of PSAs. And you know what? We're going to do a couple of PSAs, and then we're going to play a track from Mr. Zills that he did a long time ago. It's called Jungle House. So we're going to play a little bit of that, and we're going to do a couple of PSAs, then we're going to come back and play that, and then we'll be back.
Family she wanted. She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía miedo, porque yo tenía pensamientos que no sabía si iba a poder hacerlo.
All right, we are back. We're back. What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning in to Love You radio show. I have my lovely guest co-host today, Susan from the Smokestack.
Hello, hello.
Everybody should know who she is. If you've been in Dubuque area, she's a fantastic historian for one, and she has one great piece of property. Her and her husband's business is historic. It's a historic.
It is. If you want to check it out online, go to Smokestack DBQ. D is in dog, B is in boy, Q is in queen. SmokestackDBQ.com. And just check it out. We have the only public rooftops in Dubuque.
Yep.
We are a venue, arts and culture venue, specializing in art, culture, entertainment. We have a very, very small light menu of like bites.
Yeah.
And full bars.
Yeah.
And we have some of the best craft cocktails in Dubuque, in the city, rivaling anything in Chicago, and that is courtesy. Thank you, Sadie, and every other bartender who participated in making that possible.
Oh yeah, those.
We had a lot of wonderful people.
Oh my God,
us.
those drinks are awesome.
Yeah,
drinks. I love the drinks.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I would say. Oh my God, I would say that with Sadie. I'm like, hey Sadie, I want a drink that has ABC, and she's like, oh, you know what'd be good with that?
Yeah.
She's really awesome. Yeah, I think that was really awesome,
100%.
and yeah, I miss that.
It's on point. You all the time. So.
Yeah.
Well, we got you, Dan, into the last word recently.
Oh Lord, that one actually took me out, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, it's the green
It was
chartreuse.
good.
That stuff is awesome.
It was
literally,
good.
the first time I had one, I said, I've had this before, but it wasn't the first time. But recently, I just said to Sadie, why am I not having this drink all the time?
All the time.
I mean, for real.
Say hi, everybody. We're going live.
Hello.
I was just doing a little quick
the
promotion
bright
thing.
light on. Hey, y'all. All right, you guys. So we're live right now on Facebook. Chime in if you want to. If you are on Facebook and you want to hear the podcast going on live and right now, go to iPhoenix Media on YouTube. You see our little logo, the Love to Love You, or the iPhoenix Media logo. Chime in. You can also ask questions. You can chat. We got a chat room over there as well. So I just want to say thank you all once again for tuning in. And right now we're going to go into the segment of Easter memories. We're talking about Easter memories. I want to hear. I'm very curious about some your best Easter memories, since we didn't actually get a chance to participate and have
in the religious
Easter stuff.
in more traditional religious church services, etc.
Yeah. So Susan, you're a guest tonight.
Okay. Well, Easter, my family is Armenian Orthodox. So Easter, for every Christian religion, the most important holiday of the year is Easter. And honestly, we love Easter. In my household, we love Easter. I mean, we would make traditional Armenian foods. We would do normally not ham. We would do it, but it was normally not ham. But we would just. I mean, it was a wonderful holiday in my house. I love Easter. It is truly actually my favorite holiday of the year. I'm not a religious person, but definitely a spiritual person. Easter is my favorite. But part of Easter in all Eastern Orthodox churches, there's a tradition where you have an egg fight, where you take one hard-boiled egg, you hard-boil the eggs, you color them, you dye them, however you do them, and then it's egg tapping. One person holds an egg, one way, round side up, let's say, and the other person holds it pointy side down, and they hit the other egg.
Okay.
This is a tradition in almost all Eastern Orthodox, Greek Orthodox. This is a major tradition.
Okay.
And Easter actually happens in Orthodox churches a week after regular Easter.
Okay.
So anyway, but we always did the egg fight.
Oh my gosh.
At our house. Whether we went to church or not, this was a tradition.
Okay.
every once in a while, you win the egg fight. Whoever wins the egg fight, it's like you're supposed to, like, I don't know, have a wonderful year or whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Winning the egg fight on Easter is like the hugest thing in Eastern Orthodox religions. It is huge, huge, huge. About 2 years ago, here in Dubuque, Iowa, I've been doing this since I was a child. Okay. It's a big deal. Mm-hmm. I won the egg fight against Scott. It was 3 years ago.
Okay.
I just looked because I have a picture of the the winning egg on my phone.
Oh my God.
Because
You gotta remind
I
him.
literally deleted hundreds of photos from my phone, but you know what? That one stays. That was the egg of a lifetime.
Really?
It took a beating, and then it beat every egg. I hard-boiled like a half dozen eggs.
Really?
I picked this one at random. This one beat. I picked this one first. And then I gave Scott every other egg.
Right.
My egg beat every
Everything.
other egg. Okay? Every other egg. It was incredible.
Oh my
It was the
gosh.
greatest egg I will ever have in my life.
And
Picture of my egg. And
Oh my
then
God.
it was such a big, important egg that I boiled more eggs the next day, and I beat those eggs too with my little red egg. Okay? It was the egg of a lifetime.
Oh my gosh, that is really cool.
My grandmother used to like take the egg and like tap it on her teeth to see how. I don't know what her system was.
Really?
Everybody has a system.
Right.
This egg was
That egg
was
did
the
it.
most amazing egg
That is
of
really
my
cool.
life. Yeah.
That is really
Yeah.
cool. I like that. See, she said egg fight. I was like, wow.
It-
You
it's
outside
like
throwing
throwing
eggs
eggs
at each
across the
other?
room. No, it's literally tapping eggs, and it's like you take the round, like what the person who gets hit, let's say, has the round part up.
Yeah.
The pointy part on the hitting egg goes down.
Okay.
Whichever one gets broken,
Okay.
then they turn the egg over and they get hit again.
Okay.
It's just a system of like, oh, your egg broke. Oh, we're gonna do this one.
Oh wow, that is. I like that
and
tradition.
you try to do both. You try to, it's a lot of fun.
I like that. That's,
You can find YouTube videos about this.
that is really cool. What about
How to have an egg fight in Eastern Orthodox tradition.
I want to do that. Oh my God.
fun.
Hey, I want to say hey everybody that's watching. Hey Brianna. Hi Mariana. Roger. Brianna says, I love you guys. Oh, Susan, I miss you so much.
We miss you too, Bri.
Is that Brianna Hansen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey,
We love you, Brianna.
Hey, sis Regina, that's down in Texas. Hey, Tamika and Mariana and Roger.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys. So, Dan, it's your turn. What is
Easter
your
memory,
best
come on, baby.
Easter memory?
Mine is very bro-y because
It's bro-y?
Yeah,
Really?
I basically
He just spent time with Ty. That's your best one. Ty would love that.
No. Yeah, but I think we made 48. No. We made 24 eggs.
Wow.
And I think a friend of mine bet me to see if I could eat them all in a day,
Oh God.
and I did.
Oh God.
And I was fine.
You were fine.
Yeah, I was actually perfectly fine, and then I got $50, and that was that. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of it, I mean, my mom, because my mom does a lot of cutesy things. So
Okay.
she'll, I remember when I was younger, let's see, like around like elementary, middle school, they had, my mom would hide them through like eggs throughout the house, and then we come back from school or something like that. Like this was because we normally don't celebrate on the Sunday,
Right.
so we'll celebrate like a couple days earlier. So we get off the school bus, and then next thing you know, I was such a little shit as a kid because
No, not
yeah,
you.
No, I know it's
Why
hard
am I not
hard to figure
surprised?
that out. Yeah, because because she would do it the night prior, so I would stay up and see where she put them all.
So you were cheated.
Yeah, and I like sneak
yeah.
around, but. The only ones I went for were the ones with cash in it. So, so it was like there's one with like a $5 bill and stuff like that. And,
Wow.
and
Oh my
then
gosh.
Instead of the candy ones, and my sister's like, "Oh, look at is. We got a Reese's. And I'm like, I got $5. So it was,
oh my God. Yeah. That has to be, you sound like my cousin. We on our video chat. We have video chat parties every weekend. And he talks about all the time how he used to always go in my purse and take money out of my purse because I used to keep a lot of it. And because I just kept it on me. So
where's my money?
He started realizing that every day I would have $2 or $3 in the place where I know he was going to go. And I put $2 or $3 in there and he go until he realized every day, like, wait a minute. Why is this money is here? He knew I was doing it. He realized that instead of keeping him out of my purse, taking 20s, he had $2 or $3. He was happy with that. And he was actually, that's what you sound like. You sound like that's something he would do.
No, I was always in it for the money.
That is really cool. Okay, so
in it for the money. Wow.
Yeah, that's
wow.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. So Brianna said, okay, so she said, hey, sexy man. She's like, just kidding, but seriously.
Just kidding, but seriously.
Yeah, she said she missed you too. So, hey Jennifer, that's Jennifer Teagas. She's from Digital Dubuque.
Jen, we love you.
Yes.
I think I saw her down at the smokestack before. Yeah. I think I've seen her down at the smokestack.
You have,
before, with you.
She's
wonderful. Yep. Hey, Greg James. All right, so I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Do I have an Easter memory that I have a lot of good Easter memories. My kids and cooking, but I want to think about maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I have a favorite one. All of them are pretty cool. I remember going to church with my aunts. I had aunts, 2 great aunts, and one, she just always cooked, and we looked forward to going to her house because she cooked. I mean, when I say cook, she had cakes, everything. My grandma cooked too, but it was just something about going to her house because she always fed us everything. Yeah. And I would be literally every Easter we go to her house or any holiday, I would be so sick because I have like my stomach, I never can digest or whatever. I have bad indigestion. And I would be so sick the next day because I had eaten everything that she had on the table. She'd have a full spread on this big gigantic, you know how those big old school tables, the big wooden tables, and she'll have a big old spread, cakes, pies, cookies, and she'd say, eat a plenty, baby, eat a plenty. And we literally ate a plenty. And she was like, eat a plenty. And we ate a plenty. And she'd give us eggs, and I don't eat boiled eggs to this very day because she had an abundance of them. And I pretty much probably did what you did. Yeah. Had all 24 eggs.
I mean, just a little bit of salt. And that thing tastes like a drink.
They were addictive. I think.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Love those things.
They were good. So. And I think that's why I did. I think I ate almost every egg there was, and I won't eat any more eggs because of that. Because I get it. It was just, I just couldn't stop eating. Like, it was just good. And I don't know what happened, but that was my best memory, is just eating the food, having the family over, eating the food. It was just delicious. It was just all this. Oh, yeah. To this day. Like, today I made lasagna. You know, I was very simple. I didn't do a lot of that.
Wait.
Huh? Right, I know. You can't wait.
That's that. Yeah, their podcast is cool, but the lasagna.
Yeah. You just can't wait for the lasagna.
Oh, man.
Hey, friend. Hey, Tanya. That's my school friend. Hey, Alicia. Hey to you and Antonio and babies. All three of the babies. Hey, y'all, family. Yeah, the best Easter memories. What Easter memories you all have? You all got some Easter memories? Let me know. I'll read them off to you. I'll read them off on the station here as we're talking. But yeah, that's kind of really cool. I just like that we can start traditions, and even though now.
Oh yeah, but Easter is a great time to start traditions.
It is,
because it's a holiday without different stresses.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the gift giving stress. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have the Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has its own stress all by itself. Halloween, all of these holidays have their own stress. Yeah. Easter does not have that stress.
Yeah.
You don't have the gifts.
Plus it lands on a day. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. You're however you choose to celebrate Easter, whether you look at it as like a coming of spring or what have you, it's a different holiday. Yeah. It doesn't have the pressure.
Yeah, it's like Easter. It's like a spring opening. Like everything is new. You all get to hang out, and just do eating things.
It's like coming together and being together is its own sacred act.
Yeah, I think so.
I do want to say
what?
I did.
So thanks for having me.
Wait, what was it? Oh yeah. I went to to my buddy's place, which Ty.
Yeah.
Of A Few Blind Mice, and so okay, let me give you a little context. I visited my family. I haven't seen them in a long time. Visited them, and then
Thank goodness.
and obviously they're doing fine.
Hallelujah.
But my mom, because I mean I'm 21 years old, but my mom still and I love her to death. Of course, she treats me like a little kid, but which is fine. she still wants me to be her little boy.
Right.
I love her to death. But yeah, so I come there and she has a little Easter basket with like a bunch of like little treats and shit.
It was the cutest little thing. I got a picture of
So
it.
wonderful.
Yeah, and then I take it back home, and the first thing Matt comes in, he says, "What are you, a little bitch?"
Wow.
and then now I tie back to Ty because apparently somebody messaged Ty and was like, "You won't believe what Dan got." It was a little like little baby Easter basket.
That's wonderful. What the
So
heck? I would love somebody to make me an Easter basket.
Wait a minute.
I mean, really.
I love it,
I would
yeah.
love that. I mean,
I straight up do
they're
love
just
it,
jealous,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
like, honestly, nobody cares enough.
Dude,
to
I
make
got a
them an
little
Easter basket
thing that's
anymore.
with like slime,
Right.
so I can play with slime.
Right, he did. He got slime. He
bunch
got all
of
types
knickknacks
of.
and
I
shit.
did. So
real.
so wait a
Oh my
minute. I
gosh.
told Ty that was a blackmail picture. He just can't hold Ty.
No, because we're both doing this. I can't say that.
Okay,
out
you
loud.
all got a
We
thing
got
happening.
A thing going on.
Okay,
yeah.
but it was so funny. I said, Ty, don't say anything. Use this to blackmail Dan with, and he just couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to say something. He just had to go ahead and just ruin it for me. But it was. I thought it was a really cool Easter basket. I was like, oh, look, she gave you Easter basket. It's got all types of
wonderful.
cool stuff in it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really amazing, and I just love these type of things because it's I don't know, it just shows, it's just celebration of family
Yeah.
and gatherings. And I said that about Thanksgiving. So I have these people that I call them the Hotepicons. Okay, so you all know what. Okay, when we say Hotep.
I saw this today.
Okay, you did.
I love Hotepicon.
Yeah, so
Hotepicons.
Hotep is a slang that people use when it comes out. People that want to be woke.
Or extra
Or deep.
spiritual. And
Yeah,
say,
extra. They extra.
Yeah, that's the word. Gives you
So somebody posted today, Happy Easter. And someone responded like, well, yeah, but what is it really about? No, this is not the time to have this conversation. You're not going to do this. And when I saw what he was on his way to doing, I'm like, just let people have stuff. Let people enjoy this. If they believe it, well, that's not the truth.
If I can interrupt
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
My ex-husband was Muslim. And one year, he was from Egypt. One year, the line, I don't know, was it Christmas? He doesn't know Christmas. He doesn't celebrate Christmas. He doesn't celebrate Easter.
Right.
But his comment on Christmas, I think it was, it's not my Easter. And that stuck with me in my being. Like, who am I? What he was saying in a nutshell was, of course I respect this. It's not my tradition. However, it's yours.
Right.
And it's not my Easter, but yeah. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I want to do it with you.
Yeah.
Let people have it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Every day I see this, I call them, and Hotep is basically the slang, African American slang for people that are woke and spiritually woke. And they have this thing that they have a soapbox all the time. Every time a holiday come around, they get to talking about how ain't no Jesus, and you all celebrating a pagan holiday, and like, so what? Like, if they want to take their drawers off and run around in the street and say whatever they want to say, let them do it. Like, why is it bothering you? Turn your news feed off, whatever. Like,
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? Like, I can't believe in this isolation period, a period that we're isolated in, you're still trying to keep people like saying, well, that's not the truth. Regardless of whatever the truth is, this is what we haven't realized yet. Truth is in the beholder. Whatever you believe, that's your truth. I can't take it away from you. You're going to believe what you want to believe until you believe something else. And I realized that in just being in the Christian arena, growing up Baptist and Pentecostal, and had my kids kind of grow up in Pentecostal atmosphere, I realized that no matter what, you're still gonna develop your own truth. And like you said, you're like, that's not mine, but I'm not gonna stop you from enjoying
Exactly. It's a holiday. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my Easter. It's not, you know, no. We're going to go, we're just going to do it.
Right.
Of course, this is an important holiday.
Yeah.
It's important to you.
Right. And
That's enough.
If I'm not knocking on your door trying to tell you about it, don't why is it
I'm not going to
bothering
tell you how to live your life.
Like, seriously? So these are the type of things, like with Easter memories, like, let people enjoy things. And maybe if we take time to take a step back and just and let people process their life. Because a lot of our life period, just growing up, being that you and I, Susan, Gen X, we've been in the middle of the judgy folks, living our life according to what our parents think we should do, or then we got the young people that we're trying to teach them. They know, you know what I mean. So we're sandwiched.
They're gonna teach themselves.
Yeah,
like, you know.
So that's where we are. We in that check. You're gonna learn yourself. Like, I'm not ready to waste my energy on you. I'm still trying to figure my shit out.
We got this covered.
Yeah, like you got it. We're different type of parents because, like, you're gonna figure it out sooner or later.
They do, actually.
Yeah, they do. I'm not gonna keep wasting my breath because obviously you're not listening to me, and I'm not going to waste my time.
No.
You know, trying to force you into believing what I'm saying. Like, you figure it out.
Right,
and that's what we are. I'm not going to go and get in the guilt thing and cry and make you feel bad. I don't care. Like,
waste of time.
We'll see you. I see you in about 20 years. You're going to come back. You're going to say what you got to say. Hey, Bruce, you're going to say what you got to say, and then whatever. That's it. Thank you all again for tuning in to Love to Love You radio show and podcast. This is Goldie, and I have my guest host here, Susan.
Thank you again for having me.
Thank you for coming. And Dan, our engineer, thank you so much for engineering for us here at the home studio. He's from Asylum Recording Studios, and Asylum does have specials going on, so you do not have to come in. You can send them your stems. For more information, you can email studioinfo@asylumrecordingstudios.com. or go to the website, asylumrecordingstudios.com. There's a contact form on there for a consultation. They can do a video consultation or phone consultation to find out exactly how you want your, it's already pre-recorded. If you have a pre-recorded song or something and you want it mixed and mastered professionally, let them know, hit them up, and they will be glad to take care of that for you. So what we're going to do, we're going to have another break. We're going to come back on the second half of the hour. We're going to talk about more Easter things. Just some lighthearted conversation because we're all locked down. We're trying to maintain and get ourselves together and live happily ever after. No, I'm just playing. But thank you all so much again for tuning in. So we're going to put on a couple of PSAs, and then we will be back after these messages. We'll be right back.
One moment, folks. We're just figuring something out real quick. We'll get the PSAs running for you.
All right, you guys, I am back on. I don't know what happened all of a sudden, but I just want to just do a quick PSA, and then we're going to play a real PSA. All right, so this is our about child abuse prevention. This Child Abuse Prevention Month. This is April. It is also Poetry Month, National Poetry Month. Communities that care about their children and families can work together to find solutions to tough problems. Our community cares. Get involved in preventing child abuse before it occurs. Remember, the more you help, the less the child hurts. The late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Children are our future, and communities must look out for their welfare. Get involved. Protect the children. Report child abuse at 1-800-252-5400.
She said, a family like yours.
Learn more about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Regresando a la escuela, sí.
Okay.
And our second hour sponsor is 23rd Century Media. Follow on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. All right. Thank you all once again. This is our second hour of I Love to Love You Radio. We are doing this. We're getting it together. This is very informal, so we're still working out things, and I just threw Susan in at the last minute.
And honestly, not being in the studio is difficult. I know how difficult that transition
it is.
can be.
It's because it's too laid back, and I guess that's why we're like doing all types of crazy things, because I'm over here trying to do some engineering stuff and pushing buttons when I shouldn't be pushing buttons, and pausing shit. So I'm sorry.
And you know how it is. You know, people begin working from home when they've never worked from home in their lives, and then it's like boom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. I have to break up all the stuff that I've been doing, and I actually have a lot of stuff to do. And I didn't realize the project that I took on was taking as long as it was taking, so I had to break that up. And then I've been doing training classes that they given us training links to different types of like programs and Microsoft and all that type of things. So what we're talking about is Easter memories. So we just did in the last hour our Easter memories and what is your favorite Easter memory and things like that. And this hour we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Easter treats and food. So name an Easter treat or food everybody love but you absolutely hate. Dan?
Oh, I hate corned beef.
That's not Easter.
Corned beef is Easter food?
Yeah, some people do it.
Easter?
I'm not even kidding you. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Like
Wow.
literally, they will, because they'll have like sales. There was a place back in like where I used to live down in West Chicago.
Yeah.
And they would sell it on Easter as like a special.
For corned beef, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I don't know if that's like a specific thing.
I know
I don't
that's-
think
I-
it is. It's supposed to be like an Irish thing.
Yeah, because
But-
that's corned beef is what you call it? That's Irish, the St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So they still have a lot left over from St. Patrick's Day, possibly.
I assume that's what it is, but
Yeah.
I remember it was either that or like, you know, I mean, of course I love ham, you know, for
okay,
Easter.
okay.
I'm always okay with that, but
But you just say
that's probably the thing I'm not a
Really?
big fan of is, yeah.
Oh.
But obviously, and this might even be surprising for other people now that I think about it too, but where I lived, they would always, you know, give out corned beef or whatever.
You said no need for cabbage. Oh, you said Bruce is on here. He said he's an essential worker. Okay, so he's still working. So wow, that's kind of, God bless you. But I know it's kind of hard going out there every day, because that's one of them things. Good Lord. Whew. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. We're all called for certain things, and that's one thing that. I just don't know. I would be panicking right now because I'm still, like, I had a sore throat the other day, so I'm like, I woke up in the middle of the night.
You're like, uh-oh.
Oh, you're freaking out.
Yeah.
I was really like, oh. I was like checking myself, make sure I didn't have a fever. Getting up like I was. That's probably why I couldn't sleep either, because every night I'm like checking myself, and it's like really strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so my what everybody love for Easter, and I absolutely hate. Yeah, can you guess?
Who does it? Is it a well? Here's
It's
the
a
thing.
treat.
Is it a treat? Okay.
Yes.
Cadbury cream eggs.
No, I love those.
Really? Okay. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of those.
See, that's one.
I could have said that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was more thinking of like the dinner meals.
I can tell you a dinner one too, but a treat that everybody love, and I hate it.
It's
a treat.
Okay, I can't guess.
Peeps. Really? Oh my God! Everybody gasped. I said I hate Peeps. Everybody like just took.
I mean, they're not the
They
best
just
thing in the world, but
That's
they're
crazy.
Fun. They're
It
fun.
is?
My sister is a Peeps like whore.
Really?
I'm serious. Like, it's all about the Peeps.
Really?
No, I'm serious. Like literally, if they have Peeps like for Halloween, she's got those Peeps.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I
Believe me, I understand where you're coming from
I
because I'm not a
can't
big
stand
fan of
them
Peeps.
things.
She may not even eat them. She
She
just wants
like
to have them.
Oh, she just like to have them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Marshmallows with sugar on them. It's not too crazy about it.
They're cool looking, dude.
They
Cool,
look
yes, they're
adorable.
cool looking, but I don't like them. I didn't like them as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
will tell you, me.
Yes.
I thought about this while we were, earlier this evening, and I was like, and I realized I was alive and old enough to know what was going on when the Cadbury egg initially came out.
Really?
Yeah, this is really dating myself.
I don't remember. I remember having them, but I don't know when they came. Oh my
I remember
gosh.
when they came out, I was like, what the heck is this?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You don't like the Cadbury?
I mean,
you do?
I do like it. It's not that
Okay.
I don't like it.
Oh.
But it was, kind of like life changing. Like they can do this.
Yeah, I know. It's like putting like the hollow bunny, chocolate bunny, and putting stuff inside of it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's like really awesome. I think that was the best thing they could have created. I'm not sure, but it was just. Well, what about you? Do you have something that you hate?
That
Everybody
people-
love food or treat?
No, not really.
Really?
Easter, I enjoy Easter.
You enjoy
It is
Easter?
truly my favorite holiday of the year.
Really?
Whether it's chocolate or, making I enjoyed making the baskets for my daughter as well. So,
Okay.
even that I enjoyed.
Really?
I believe we still have Easter baskets in my house.
Oh my
in
gosh.
Brooklyn. We kept them year after year.
Really?
For, year after year, we would keep the same Easter baskets. And then
Okay.
we would keep the same, the crinkle paper.
Yeah,
We would
yeah.
have that.
Really?
And one year
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
have any crinkle paper, so I made my own crinkle paper.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was for my daughter.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I remember every year I would hate it as we got older because the baskets had the grass in it. And
the fake
that grass,
stuff,
yeah, because we had younger cousins. I was the oldest granddaughter, so I had to clean up behind every damn body. And that grass would be everywhere. The kids, all
Yeah.
the younger cousins would be through the eggs and taking candy out and doing all this other stuff, and we had to clean up. And I always had to be that one that had to clean up. And I would be so mad because it took like forever. It was just like the pine needles from a tree.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are two things I hated every year.
Even
the
the
holidays.
fake trees are
The
are
pine
mine too,
needles
yeah.
and the little grass in the Easter baskets. Those are the two most. That's not food or whatever, but yeah, those are the things I absolutely didn't like. And I don't like ham. I mean, ham is okay,
Oh,
like
yeah.
real thin sliced ham, but I do not like ham. So everybody
Really?
love having
Okay.
ham on Easter, and I'm not too crazy about ham.
I am not a huge ham fan. Traditionally, we would have lamb because
Okay.
that's more of a Middle Eastern
Yeah.
eat. But yeah, we would have ham periodically.
Okay.
But it's not my favorite. It's
wow.
not my favorite. Of course
Okay.
not.
It's
And,
not.
like making a ham with pineapples and maraschino
Yeah.
cherries. Like
Yeah, I do all
it's
that.
all right.
because-
It's
Yeah.
okay.
And I think
I'll
that's
do it.
Yeah, I think that's why I
Wait.
don't, because I remember as a kid trying to eat ham and I would always bite into a clove or something I didn't
Oh
like.
my
and,
gosh,
and I
it's
would
the
like freak
worst.
out.
We
No,
I mean
that's
the
the
way
worst.
I hate that too. But what we do is we literally there's this place back in West Chicago again, and even my mom just gets them down there too if she visits. We get these honey baked hams, and they're
Right.
like they just have like a nice like what do you call it, like brown
I
sugar
remember
kind of
that.
glaze
Yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
remember that.
Those are good because that's
Yeah.
all it is. It's just a simple ass
Absolutely.
glaze. I mean,
Yeah, I remember those.
you know.
Now, see, I remember getting those like for the family. We'd go get the honey baked ham and the spiral hams and things like that, and they enjoy it. But it is something about if I don't burn it, I won't eat it. So the ham has to be like to a
gotta have
crisp.
a really crusty out
Well,
or
you
like
like
crusty
it
outside or something.
It's
like
okay to like it crusty. My sister, I think once, did she make a Coke ham with Coca-Cola?
Yes,
Yeah, I heard
I
someone
have
say
heard
that.
that's a way to
and
cook it too.
I heard that, and that was fabulous. Actually.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My sister's an amazing cook.
Yeah, see, and I can make it and stuff. There's a lot of things I don't like. I will cook, but I prefer not to. But
Yeah.
like I just really learned how to make macaroni and cheese in the last like 5 years because my family will forbid me to make it because I'm not a big melted cheese fan, like a bunch of cheese at one time with pasta. So I don't really eat that. So when I made it, I made a creamy type and just put cheese on the top. And so every time I say, I make the macaroni and cheese, they're like, no, you don't have to. They're like, no.
That's
So
funny.
I made something for Matt once and he's like, this is not mac and cheese. He's like, the point of mac and cheese is to have cheese in it. So I start learning, and I do. I make a good mac and cheese now.
Yeah.
Not too crazy about it because, like I said, all that cheese just like lasagna.
I like
I'm
it,
not a big
yeah.
I would eat a piece of lasagna tonight, but that's it. I'm not going to eat anymore because I'm not that.
I get it.
Something
Yeah.
about pasta and cheese. A lot of it I just don't like.
Well, especially Alfredo. I used to really like Alfredo, but now I'm like it's hard to have an Alfredo pasta all the time. So I usually like light sauces, like or white wine sauces.
Okay.
like
Have you
reduction and
tried
stuff.
literally very simple sauces like
Oh, like shrimp
garlic-
scampi kind of
garlic-
sauce?
Yeah, like garlic and oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those
are really good.
Very,
Yes.
it's
A little bit of
very
lemon
simple.
and stuff
yeah,
like
it's
that.
very
Yeah.
simple. It's very easy.
Yeah, because I love pesto. I would eat pesto and pasta all the time because
Mm-hmm.
that's light and there's not a bunch of stuff on it.
Yeah.
Because I love the taste. I love basil, so I would eat that. I would do like the light pasta sauces and things. I would do that.
It's really it's I eat literally my favorite meal these days is basically pasta, garlic, anchovies. Yes, anchovies.
Really, anchovies?
Yeah, and sometimes something else that's salty in the house.
And
Brussels-
and Brussels sprouts.
I'm
10
almost
pound
done through all
bag.
my
You
Brussels
have
sprouts
all
now.
those gone through the
Brussels
the
sprouts.
smokestack have some great Brussels sprouts. So when they open back up, I love the Brussels sprouts with the sauce on the side. They're really good. They're really really
It's
good.
a fun time.
Oh my gosh! Anybody have some great stories about their history, their Easter memories, or the food things you absolutely hate that everybody love about Easter, the treats and food? Let me know. Chime in. You can put it down there. I'll do it. What did you say? Okay, Bruce said his wife. Oh, so he's an essential worker. So his wife has MS, and he has to shower down every night when he goes into the house
No
because
shit. God bless.
because she's
not
susceptible to things. And then he said he cooked a perfect spiral ham. Got it from Target and paid too much. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I do applaud the essential workers. Thank you all again
Yes.
so much for just being there.
Yes.
So the next thing we're going to talk about now, I know you absolutely love your family. You love this. But
Do I?
you
Is that more of a statement than a
you
question?
don't have any bad things. I don't have anything bad to say about my family, but what family member, like for Easter, this is because it's Easter, what, if you had an Easter gathering, is there a family member you can think of that you wouldn't simply just will not invite at all, but you have to?
But I okay, so the worst family member you're saying that you don't want to invite but you have to.
Yeah. You don't have to say their names if you know.
Oh no, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't care.
Wow.
So my immediate family is my family. The
Yeah.
rest of them.
Remember, this is broadcasting now.
No,
Okay.
totally fine. I mean, I would say.
Oh, it's forgiven, Dan.
Ooh,
Go
I mean,
for it.
this one. Okay, it's actually not. All right.
Don't do it. Oh, maybe you shouldn't
Screw
do
it.
it.
I'm gonna do it. Here's the thing. Here's
the
the thing.
comments and thoughts made by the guests and the people that work for Love to Love You Radio is not the thoughts and what's that disclaimer they give?
I know, right? I can't even.
Yeah.
It's not the thoughts and
clutches.
comments of Love to Love You and iPhoenix Media. Just thought I'd
it's-
throw it out
yeah,
there.
it's not technically family, but it's like an appointed family member and her husband.
Okay.
So that's what it is. You could assume what it is.
Okay, I get it.
And her husband is just atrocious. Like he's not a good guy. He's very opinionated.
Okay.
You know, like super far right kind of guy. Which is, I mean, people can
be
choose their
however
thing,
they wanna
whatever
be,
they want to be.
but yeah.
But it's like intense and like he'll fight me on simple things, and I don't even start any fights. I'll just be like, oh man, this, something's
get
messing with
this.
me, and then he starts a whole argument with me, and then he says he knows more than me. Like when it came to, and that makes me like when it comes to internet stuff, like I of course I don't want to bring this whole thing up, and my stance on it is nowhere. I'm not gonna, but the whole net neutrality thing, I was like, man, that's. I've been on the internet. I built computers. I've been on the internet most of my life, and I was like, man, that's gonna put a wrench in the plans. Like I think I was talking to somebody else, and then next thing you know, he's trying to explain to me that I'm wrong and that net neutrality should be abolished because the government should. And then I'm like, all right, man. Like I'm just wondering. I don't want
Welcome to
pay more.
mansplaining, Dan.
Right. Exactly.
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 For real.
Exactly. That was actually Facebook, but in real life.
Yeah, basically, and it's all the time. It is all the time.
I once had, I don't know if it was Easter or it was a different holiday, or if it wasn't even a holiday, just a dinner, and it was uncomfortable. And somebody did something like that, and that was. It was difficult. It wasn't a family member, but it was difficult. Like another witness to this event.
Okay.
And the conversation, and we both have. It has come up in conversation after that night.
Okay.
That's how bad it was, and so I really identify with what you're saying, Dan. That's very difficult to deal with. Someone who's like that. I mean, I don't have family that's like them. I have a very small family.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a larger extended family who I love dearly, but we don't normally see them on holidays.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a big, they're in different states, etc. So it's not like we're right by each other. We're scattered across the country.
Yeah.
So it's different for us. So basically, like, I can't say, no, I don't want to see my sister again. Or, my dad, I'm sorry, like, no, I can't say that.
I know you love your dad.
My daughter, I can see my daughter every dang holiday.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so funny because since I'm not around my family anymore as much, I don't have any family members I wouldn't want around. I just can't. I just know me. Yeah. I just can't be around them any other time. It's just anytime, a lot, all the time, and we start getting together because after we're together for a length of time, I always use this analogy about too much light. It's like we all have something unique about us that stands out, and so a family full of light, our friends, anybody. If you all this light in one place, it becomes too bright, and everybody can't hear or see each other, right? So you have this bright light, everybody is shining, and no one is listening, and becomes a shouting match, or somebody gets right. That's exactly what I do. I check. Wait, I gotta turn the glass. That's right.
But that's a nice analogy. That's a really nice analogy.
Yeah, so you have to do that, and that's exactly what I do.
Bright. You're like, whoa.
Right, I have to put my specs on. What I do is put on my my spiritual glasses, basically, and my spiritual glasses is I just start picking up something to drink. Let's pick up something to drink and just check out. I just check out. So wait a minute. I got somebody here, Tamika. She said that drunk auntie that starts stuff but ain't seen the family because no one wants to deal with her. But okay, I can't read all of it. Why can't I read all of it?
Tamika, we adore you.
Yes, Tamika. She has she said must invite her and her bad kids. So and Bruce said, you said my sister moved to Georgia. Oh my God. You said my left. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's just I don't. Like I said, I love being around people, but after a while, I don't want to be around them too much. And it's like that's any given thing.
But you have to limit holidays. Like you have to limit it to like, I don't know, 4 hours, 6 hours. I don't know what the limit is for other people, but there's a point at which you have to leave.
Oh.
And you cannot be there for 8 hours. That's an impossible amount of time.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Oh
the
my
big
goodness.
Thing. He's like,
oh my God, Mr. Zills is on. He said we need to look at He said we need to look at the YouTube chat. Hi, Mr. Zills. Hello. He said, hey, Susan, Alanda,
Hello.
and Dan. He said, hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Zills.
Wait, who's this guy?
We love you.
We love you, too. We love you. We all
Adore
saying
you,
love
brother.
you.
I'm trying to figure out who's this person.
Do it, Dan.
Oh, you right.
He's gonna come back today.
Oh, he's going to come back and get you. Dan said he's going to eat up all of the lasagna. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his
Yeah.
chicken and a biscuit.
And the
which-
chicken and the biscuits.
Which
100%,
oh my
do it.
God, you are, that's a story for later. That you're
And he
gonna
said,
love.
I don't know if I want to hear it, Dan.
Oh, you're gonna love it because I have
No,
video.
I won't actually. Let's get real.
No, it's just
Playing.
He
definitely
just
loved
texts
that.
me. Like, okay, I know. We're checking. We on here. No one said anything for a while, so now we on here, okay? All right? We on here
you.
now.
Adore you.
We love you.
Oh,
You can
man.
say something. Go get your friends. Bring them back into the chat room. Kidnap them if you have to, whatever. He said you a chump.
Oh,
You
okay.
said, yeah.
You usually
You're a
said
chump.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what
Really?
he said.
Okay,
He said
we're
you're a
gonna-
chump.
When I get over there, then we find
Who do I go to HR for?
Exactly, right? Right? Dan, you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, who's got HR?
Buffer right here.
Right. Susan can be HR. I just operations. I just.
Wound up being, I mean, can you imagine I'm HR for other people's business?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
absolutely.
People
It
think
keeps
I'm
me.
a B.
Yeah, it
Okay?
keeps me out of it.
I'm a B.
You are no, you're not.
I know I'm not,
You
but
just-
it's like, it's like, you know why? What? But you know why? It's because.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just say it like it is.
You do.
Because I'm from New York. I don't have time for that nonsense.
Yeah, you don't have time. Who has time
Stop
to
wasting my time, people.
It's very fascinating though, because I noticed that some of the things, people are very polite. You know, people don't like saying things straight out, and so they be real nice about it, and then they don't realize how small this town is, so they talk shit to other
Yes.
people, and then it comes back to you
it's so
as
awful.
and you.
Yeah.
And then you
It's
see them
awful.
again, like, why are you talking to me after all this stuff you said about me? And I just like,
Well, I mean, I had to learn. Oh, sorry.
No, please go ahead, Dan.
I mean, basically, the one good thing I working with Matt, like I had to learn throughout my life. I've always been like the nice guy, and I always been like, oh, I'm afraid like to say something, and worried and stuff like that. And now I've gotten to the point, even working in like what we work in as audio engineers, you have people who just will step on what you're doing and not see the importance of the job.
Of course.
And and a lot of times like they yell at me for something that was out of my control, and I'd just be like, oh, I'm sorry, oh, yeah. And then Matt's finally like, no, what the hell? You can't let him get away with that. And then I started learning and being like, I mean, we had this one guy kept coming up there and kept saying, oh, I just can't hear the vocals. I just can't hear the vocals. I just can't hear the vocals. And then the third time, I just went like mixing the show, put my hand in his face, and then the guy walked away.
I mean, after a point with that, like,
Yeah.
how do you tell somebody, I'm sorry that you can't hear the vocals. It's not that I can't hear the vocals or anything.
Yeah.
Tell the drummer to play softer.
Exactly.
Or tell the guitarist to turn his amp on stage down.
Ty.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I
Like,
totally
it just
called
gets a
him
little
out.
exhausting.
It does.
I mean, as an audio engineer, you have your work is critical to the overall sound, but there is a limited amount of control that you have. You can only do so much. You cannot change the way a drummer hits the damn drums.
No.
You cannot do it.
And there's no amount of compression.
No.
No
You
amount
cannot
of gating.
change it.
but
It's-
for some reason, I think that what's very fascinating is,
But it's always your fault. If the
It
band
is.
sounds
Yeah,
great,
yeah,
is.
if the band sounds
the
great,
band's-
it's their,
the band.
it's
It's
their,
them.
they
Right.
did it.
Right.
Because
They
they're a
did.
great
Yeah.
band.
Yes.
But if the band sounds garbagey,
it's your fault, right? It's your fault,
Yeah.
and it's very fast.
Welcome to hell.
It's very fascinating
Exactly.
that
So.
the sound. I'm not saying there weren't sound people here, but
Mm.
the venue, but your venue, the Smokestack, and not just because I know you all and I'm like related to.
I appreciate that, Amanda.
I'm married to the whatever, but you all ensure that each and every act performing in that venue, you ensure that they get the best experience ever.
We want them to have we want our performers, no matter if it's a band or a dancer or a theater group, We want all of our performers to have the best experience they can possibly have.
Mm-hmm.
We want to pay them as best as we can.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, money is not like always wonderful. It just isn't. That's the way life is.
Yeah.
But to get like the greatest, but to have the greatest experience, a lot of it is about sound.
Yeah.
Sound is a huge component.
It is.
Of making sure that even spoken people who are speaking
Absolutely
sound wonderful. Like to have like former presidential candidate Cory Booker in our place, having Matt there.
Yeah.
Mr. Zills of Asylum Recording Studios. He was there, I think, the first time by accident.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing moment. Like he was, or maybe it was a different person. Maybe it was for Abby Finkenauer, our local congresswoman.
Yeah.
To have him there, like stepping in and saying, "Yeah, no worries, I got this."
Yeah.
Oh, the what was it? The news, the journalisms.
Yeah.
The journalists, they all want live feed.
Yeah.
They want live feed.
Yeah.
No problem. I got this.
Right.
Just like that.
And he's done.
Yeah.
And like to be able to have people around you who can make that happen in a crunch situation is huge.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Absolutely. And that's why, and I observe in other places I go and just observe and everything. And I just notice how, how people react and what they do. And I totally get that people were you're complacent. You don't know what you need until actually
things really happen.
It's right
when you're really in a situation and things are. It could be embarrassing. You don't want to be embarrassed,
right?
And being from New York, I mean, like you want to do the best you possibly can, and that's true everywhere across the world. But the fact is, like, with having a venue, and I'm completely grateful that we ever met. Thank God you guys darkened our door. Literally. Literally.
You have no idea how excited I was. Let me tell you how hard I
mean,
met.
there are people who I would say, please do never darken my door
Oh
again.
my God.
But when the first time we met, I mean, that was a moment that I will never forget.
Yeah.
Right?
We did.
We carded you and Matt, and, it turned out you were about the same age. And, we're older. And and that was it was a moment, and I was like, I could spend my life hanging out with these people.
Yeah.
Just on the out of nowhere.
Of course, I referred Matt there, and he was like, "Well, I guess I could talk to him." The whole time. Yeah.
That's right. If it wasn't for you, Dan, Matt would not be there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. And here we are. So I'm waiting for him to say something.
He said something about
of course he did.
Tell them folks about the COVID-19
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the COVID unemployment
scam.
scam. Okay, we're gonna talk about that because that was a situation. But I really enjoy as soon as I found out that you guys, I knew you all weren't from here, but when I met you and I heard that New York accent, I'm like, oh my God, like we got new people here. Like I'm so excited about this. And what happened? Oh, I'm not close enough. Oh, okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this.
It was a moment.
It was a great moment. It was a great
Truly
moment.
A moment.
Oh, okay. I see.
Thank you, Dan.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Because
So
we love you.
so we and so you just coming into the venue itself had me inspired because you all took something. I didn't even know that place was there. I hadn't paid attention.
Nobody knew it was there.
Yeah, and to see what it started with and what you have now is awesome.
To take a derelict building
Oh my gosh.
by yourselves. We're not wealthy people.
Yes.
To do it by yourselves, this is what we grew up with in New York City, and you're about the same. You're close to my age, but even so,
We're actually the same age.
No, we're not. No, I'm older than you are, Orlando. I'm
By a
sorry.
year.
Don't date yourself. Don't make yourself older if you don't need to be. But Scott, we grew up knowing people in New York City who did what we did.
Yeah.
And that, taking a derelict abandoned building, basically, and turning it around and it had no services, no water, almost no electric. I mean, you go on. I mean, the list can go on. And to bring it up to code with the most stringent application of building code possible. Like, I really can't believe this.
Wow.
I'm not going to go there today.
I know.
Because it's really painful.
I know.
And other people were not held to those standards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before or after us.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that we, as people who came here to save a building in someone else's downtown, were held to such standards, and we're not allowed to even basically explore compliance alternatives, which exist.
Yeah.
And that said, end of that. Letting go, not really. But it's a labor of love, and to take a building that that people think is a piece of garbage, and to turn it into something that is really something special.
It is
and
very,
is open
I love
to
it.
other people and is authentic.
Yes.
And allows other people to be who they are and accepts them for who they are.
Your place, just, you can feel the welcome there. You know what I mean? People feel welcome there. They feel like home. You know what I mean? It feels like a home that you can come there and just be. You know what I mean?
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're who you are is who you are in front of me today.
That's right.
I don't care who you were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Scott sure as hell doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's not important. That's not material.
Right.
What's important is who you are now.
Yeah. I love the fact that there's
people change. People grow up.
They do, and you know what? That's what I love about it, because you all provided so many opportunities for just you all are a venue for the drag shows every month. You know, that happens. That you do art every other.
We do. We have been, thank goodness, we've been able to develop a Latin club night, which is one of the only regional Latino club nights in the
shout out to Enoch.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
DJ Poppy.
DJ Poppy, we love you.
Hey, Lyrical.
And it's really interesting to be able to basically be a place where people feel comfortable to express themselves and who they are, and know that they're accepted. That's a big deal.
It is.
We did not know this moving here from New York City. Who would think? I mean, I don't know.
I didn't. Yeah, you had no idea.
Nobody accepts people here. Nobody accepts people. Okay, all right. People are judged by who they were at the age of 11. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. People are judged because they come from other places.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. Because you're changing the dynamic.
Yes.
And you're changing.
And I love it.
You're affecting change in a positive manner. So that people who are not, let's say, from the area or who are not, whatever, don't fit in, feel that they are accepted.
Yeah.
That is a huge thing to be able to do for people.
Absolutely.
And we're grateful to be, for the acceptance of those people.
Yeah.
You know.
We appreciate you. I'm just going to say that.
You know.
I think if you guys weren't there, I don't even think we would still be here. I really don't think we would still be here, because Matt was.
That's a heavy statement.
Yeah, I don't think we would be. If you all were not here, we would not be. I think we would have left.
Scary.
We wouldn't. I think so. As much as we do, but we can also know that we're like family, like we have family.
Absolutely.
Like with other people, and but we really gravitated towards you all because it's like a kinship that we have with each other, to the point that all the places and all the people that we hung out with, and we still cool with a lot of people. It's just that you all became like family, this extended family.
I mean, I will say it was an immediate connection. Like literally with your ID in hand. As I checked your ID, because we had just opened, and Scott and I were at the door checking IDs because we were that crazy, but it was worthwhile to be that crazy. It is worthwhile to be that crazy. And getting to know our customers.
Yeah.
But that with ID in hand, I could hang out with these people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was just like hey, that kind of thing. And I just love the place. I mean, I just love the place when we walked in. It just felt, it's just something about it. You can feel it.
It's a unique vibe.
And And there's a movie that was shot in there. It was part of the scenes were in there.
Yes.
Dreamcatcher made a movie called Death to Metal. They changed the name, didn't they?
It's Death to Metal.
Death to Metal. It is to me, it's a new cult classic because it gives you all of that stuff from the 80s.
It's a great film.
It is an awesome film. It is so awesome. And it is. You got to, I'm not sure where it is. I think they were waiting to see if they can put it online or something.
It's coming out in one of the upcoming film festivals.
Oh, okay. So
I will just, but it's a fun film.
It is a fun film.
And it is, again, Dreamcatcher Productions was involved with it.
Yes.
And it
I've
is
seen
so
that
much
movie.
fun.
Yeah, it was here. It was here at
But it's right now it's on the film festival circuit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so if you look for Death to Metal on the film festival circuit, you'll see it. It's like in upcoming horror films, upcoming horror festivals.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It is
great,
a great
film.
It is. It can be a cult classic. I mean, it's on that
Kudos
level.
to Tim Connery.
Yeah. It is really awesome. I thought it was, and it's so great that we have. This is like a hub of creativity here. Dubuque has a lot of creative people in arts and culture and things like that, and these are the type of things that I was drawn to this because of drawn here because
Absolutely.
of that. And then when you guys got here, it was like, oh my God, like this is so much. And then you all added the rooftops. Oh, it's just like
We do have the only public
Oh my
rooftops
God.
in Dubuque. Still, can you imagine?
that is awesome. We have we have rooftop too.
We broke the city of Dubuque in on public rooftops because they really did not know how to do it.
And here we
And
are.
that's okay.
And here we are.
That's okay.
And that is all, I think that is like
One
the
day they'll
best
figure it
thing.
out.
Hey Jared, hey Luana, hey Lyrical.
yous.
Hey you guys, what's going on? So yeah, once again, this is our Love to Love You radio and podcast. We thank you all. I want to thank our listeners that's in the chat room. Mr. Zeals, 23 Centuries Media, Asylum Recording Studios. I want to thank our guys that's on live on Facebook. I want to say hello to Lyrical and Luana Johnson. Jared Johnson, no relation to Luana Johnson. Maybe. You don't, maybe. Well, I don't know if you are related or not. But we want to say thank you guys for tuning in and checking us out. Don't forget to go over to the iPhoenix Media channel on YouTube. Hey, Dan, look. On iPhoenix Media News channel on YouTube. Something is happening right now.
Oh no, that's fine.
That's fine?
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's just that's for
What?
that's losing frames.
Oh, sorry,
we're
guys.
not losing audio. So
You said what chat we on? We're on live. I'm on Facebook Live, and I'm on this, and I'm chatting here too. Oh my gosh.
On the YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube channel. The YouTube channel has a chat as well. Hello, Tom. Hello, DJ Peace. What's going on? Hey, what's up? Right, so we basically were sharing our Easter memories and all the things about Easter and how we holding up. And one thing I do want to say, and I want to encourage you guys about this time that we're in, just enjoy each other as much as you can. I know sometimes it can get to be too much because you're in the house with the same people almost every day. But it's a good time to reset. We are resetting.
It is.
It is a good time to reset your life. I got a lot of my business affairs in order. I just want to say that. Involuntarily. No, I'm not going to say involuntarily, but I much needed to. And
Yes.
wow. I'm glad because there's a reason why. You said, did I hook up Easter dinner? Yeah, I made lasagna. I made lasagna today, and I hope it's good. Can't wait to get to that. And Mr. Zills, what did he say? Yes, we're on Facebook chat, Mr. Zills. Mr. Zills want to say, hey, what's up to everybody? Because he's on the chat. He's moderating it, I guess, for me.
We miss you.
And we miss you. We'll see you in about a few minutes. And yeah, there he is. But we also just want to just give everybody some encouragement for the rest of the week. Hold on. Try to stay away from the news as much as you can. Hello. Hey, Ron. And you said, where's the rubber? This is where the rubber hits the road. Find out about who you linked up with. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a time that if you're in a new relationship and you all happen to be stuck in a house together and y'all just living together, these are testing times. If you are slated to get married soon,
Oh,
fancy.
yes.
This is a test. If you all happen to live together, this is definitely a test on how to get along with each other, get your affairs in order, get your life in order. Those type of things that you start paying attention to when you get stuck in a house with each other.
100%.
Yeah.
Today I yelled at my husband. I do not often yell at my husband. We do not fight a lot. Our life has been challenging since we moved to Dubuque in a different way than we would ever have anticipated. But that said, we've yelled at each other more in Dubuque than we've ever have in our life.
Oh, wow.
Together, and we've been together for over 23 years. So it's been challenging. That said, today he wanted to have a conversation with me about something, and I literally said, "You know what? I don't want to talk about this, or this. And, I want to enjoy my Easter. So if you can think about things that are not this, or this, maybe I'll consider talking to you. But in the meantime, I just told you what I was going to do for the next half hour of my life. You're not part of it. So we'll see later.
You're not part of it.
I want to take a shower. The thing is, mundane as that. Wow.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
That was my Easter Sunday. I don't want to talk to you about that. This, or this.
But yeah,
but it's challenging. And that's why my hat's off to younger people who are not in long-term relationships, who are kind of challenged by this moment. If it's a test of your relationship.
Absolutely, it is. I think it's a good test too, because this is when your representatives have taken a vacation. When we say representatives, people that date. They tend to, when they first few months of dating, they are not their authentic selves.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
you're still learning.
You're still learning, but now
yeah.
if you're happy to be in the house with them,
phase.
right?
Yes.
And you don't have outside influences, so even if you're not living together, this is the time you are talking more often, and you don't have a lot of outside influences because
you're still learning about one another.
And you're still learning about one each other. So your representatives are gone. They're on vacation while you're isolated, which I think is the best time for people that are dating and thinking about getting married. So this is a good time for that. And why not? You know what I mean? Why not learn this time that you get to figure it out if you want to be with this person or not, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Totally.
Which is not all bad, I feel.
It's not. It's not.
I think you
It
start
really
to learn
because you're not going out on a date.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, for
you
real,
know,
yeah.
you just you don't have all these different
Just
things. Oh my
stuck
God,
together
Mr.
all the time.
Lord.
It's like being with your family.
Oh, DJ Peace, hold on. DJ Peace said 25 years in, we good. Oh, yeah. See,
Yes.
25 years. 25
we
years,
are,
that's
in
really
fact,
good.
It's so hot.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Peace. You say, anyway, just passing through, monitoring Jamaican concert fundraiser for healthcare workers in Jamtown. Oh, Jamdown. Oh, cool.
How
That's really
wonderful.
awesome. You said my Facebook live stream is coming through the laptop mic. What do you mean?
No. He thinks.
No, it's not. It's coming through.
No, he thinks it's coming. The mics are hooked up to the phone.
The camera is using a laptop mic. You can hear
it's just using your mic. He's
He's talking about on here.
He's confused because he sees your mic and he assumes that mic would be hooked up to the phone,
Okay.
but it's going through, obviously.
It's going through the phone.
It's
but
going
he said
through the
it's
phone
the
mic.
laptop. You can hear me through the laptop mic. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but he's not.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not. I mean, it's not like I'm a sound guy. No.
But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think that this is a good time to test, our own relationships. I mean, Scott and I have certainly survived 6 years being on our desert island as the prisoners of White Street.
Oh.
That's
Oh
our,
yeah,
our little.
I like that. your
like that?
term. Yeah.
You like that? The prisoners of White
Which
Street.
I've heard before.
Yes, the prisoners of White Street. We have, the Sparky. He's the litless prisoner of White Street. We have, our cat Elvis. He's another prisoner of White Street.
Oh wow!
And
a prisoner of White Street.
And our wonderful friend Nathan of Full Moon Cycles, who is also a prisoner of White Street. And Asylum itself is a prisoner of White Street as well.
I think that's cool.
It's being a prisoner of White Street is a pretty awesome thing.
Yeah.
I think so. we've survived. Scott and I have survived this long.
I
It's
thank
been
you. I'm
6
glad
years.
you guys
It's been
here.
6 years since we've been.
Yeah, because we've been here
We've
a
been
year.
together.
We got here a year.
Yeah, you were just here before us.
Yeah, right before you guys. So, Mrs. Eels, the phone video feed is the Facebook stream. Yes, because I'm using the phone.
Is that what Matt said?
Yeah, he said the phone video feed is the Facebook stream. Yes, it is. That's what I'm using. My phone as the Facebook stream. You're
Matt.
looking at my Facebook stream.
Matt.
This is it. This is what we're using. We're using Facebook on my phone. You said no. The phone video feed is the Facebook stream. Yes, it is.
HR in the house.
Mrs. Ills, can we not engineer my stuff right now?
It's armchair quarterbacking, if you will.
Exactly.
And that's all good.
Yes, it is. It is all good. So once
but I think that like this time of self-quarantine, self-isolation, of social distancing is really in some ways very positive for people who are in relationships, who are living together. It's learning, it's kind of relearning how to give one another space.
Yeah.
Even in close quarters.
Absolutely.
It's critical.
It is. Absolutely. Oh my God. It is very critical. Don't you agree, Mr. Zills? It is very critical we give each other space in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
I mean, I do wonder though for
oh Lord,
long distance.
He's coming home now. Keep going. No, we're gonna be done by the time you get
Really?
here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He'll get here pretty soon. But yeah, no, I always wonder with the long distance stuff because like I don't know, that could go. It's the same scenario, like you know what I mean, like because for example, if somebody was quarantined before they went back, let's say they don't, or people don't live together and they've been dating a couple months or something like that, you know, and that and I feel like especially for young people because obviously young people they're trying to figure themselves out, they're figuring out what they like, and now they're locked in and they can't.
And then you're trapped.
And then you're trapped.
And that's scary. I mean, I think it's very scary for a lot of people. And I think that but it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to lean into the fear.
Yeah.
What did my husband read yesterday? He read something amazing. It was that in Islam or some Middle Eastern cultures, it's the phrase is sing to the fear, or sing to. I wish I could remember it where he read it. It was very interesting. But it's like leaning in to what scares you. And if being together scares you, that's okay. Being together is scary. It is. But, you either are going to be able to overcome it or you can't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, I still have a lot to learn down the road, but I'm just more saying for other people, So it's like
they'll be fine.
Yeah. But
One way
it's
or the
interesting.
other.
It's just interesting for people, I assume, like young and old. And I mean, because since I grew up with older, my parents, my dad's 67, my mom's, I'm not going to say my mom's age.
That's fair enough. That's fair. Go Dan. Go Dan.
That's real good.
Do it.
Okay, you are. Wait. I do want to.
We now know how the age of dance.
Yeah, absolutely. So
but,
I
basically I try to play. I see everybody's side. From what I see. Maybe I don't sometimes, but I try to like see other people's side. There's other people's experience. I'm like, and I try to think, I try to see other people's mindsets too.
Right.
I kind of try to comprehend it and adapt.
Yeah.
To
But I think because because your parents are older, they were older when they had you. I think you were raised with a different type of awareness that a younger parents will probably do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a difference. It's a difference. And I'm not saying if you had younger parents, they wouldn't teach you that, but it's just it was a patience.
Yeah.
We have different patience. I realized with my children, I have two sets. I had my two older children when we were younger, in our 20s. Then my last three was after my 30s. It's a big difference from how they were raised. Because we were young, we were raising them, we were kind of like growing up with our younger kids. Even though we was in our 20s when we had them, it was still a difference. And
you're still growing up with your children. At a certain point, you're no longer growing up with your children.
Yeah.
And you're able to either, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like either you let your children raise themselves, which is also completely ideal. There is an idealness in that.
People need to learn, from failure too. But
100%. Learning from failure is a huge, huge part of learning.
the best thing you can do is instill, at least some of your ideologies on them, and take care of them, and then let them
Let
learn.
them be the people that they will be.
Yeah. So
It's okay to let children grow, and you're watering the garden. You're not making the garden grow the way you exactly want it to be.
I like that analogy.
yeah.
You can't force it.
I like that because I think when we were younger, we were so much into getting raising our kids to be a certain way so people can approve of how we were raising our my first two kids, and
that.
you had these different things, and you were, I don't know, it was different for us. And then
you think that you have to please someone.
Yeah.
When I was in my 30s and I had a friend who was in her 20s being told, and I had been a young parent in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I had been told, and she, but I was at the point I was in my 30s, and she said something to me like, so-and-so is telling me to do such and such.
Oh,
and I
okay.
said,
Thank you.
You have to do the parenting that is right for you and your child, not for somebody else who is not you or not your child. No.
Right.
You do what's right for you and your child.
Right.
You have good instincts. You have to trust your instincts.
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing when you're in
is.
your 20s to understand. Like I remember thinking, oh yeah, my mother knows everything. No, she didn't know everything. And that's okay. And that's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
But like I would do her advice, and then I would look at the result and I would say, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. And I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah. I did that with when I finally when my first husband and I departed, we left each other.
Mm-hmm.
I did that because for the first few years, the first, I guess, 10 years of being married to him, I was listening to everybody else. And I was listening, trying to fix things because it was stuff that was going on I know wasn't right. That and I wasn't right, he wasn't right, and we were trying to figure it out. And what was really crazy was when it dawned on me a couple of years before I left him, I'm sitting here listening to single women that wish they can be married. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here going through things that they have no idea, because whatever the point is, I'm listening to people that do not have this experience. And instead of me surrounding myself with people that were married, or other people that went through what I've gone through.
Right.
Then it would have been a different story had it been, you know what I mean? I had people that were telling me like, oh, I was in church. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. God wants this. I'm like, no, God didn't put this together. I can tell you this. No. I know exactly how this happened. But you just have this different awareness when you get, beyond 30 and things like that. And so when you start getting into your own and then having children that you have after 30, or even when you just have a different maturity, you have a
that's
different,
very true.
Yeah, you have a different type of way.
Everybody's different, and everyone learns at different rates, and blah blah blah. But the fact is that people are different, and no one way is the right way.
Yeah, there is no. We don't have instruction manuals.
No, we don't.
And even now with the kids, when the kids try to hold you to something, I had to tell my children look, we figuring out stuff just like you.
Exactly.
And you won't have it all figured out, so you can't judge me.
No.
Based off of what I understand, I understand what you're going through. I try to understand, but you don't understand what I'm going through. And right now, we both trying to figure shit out. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, if I'm not putting you in a certain criteria, I ask you not to do that to me. You can if you want to, but you're going to realize in a few years that it was not as big as you thought it was. Hold on. So here's the thing. I'm laughing at Ty because Ty is now on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Ty said, Dan only hurts my feelings. That's what Ty said.
Of course he would say that.
Hey, Jancy. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. And
adore you.
And then let's see. Dan's my baby boy. I try to rear him right. He said, "Don't laugh." So Ty said he's trying to rear you right.
Oh, did he say don't laugh?
Told me don't laugh because I was laughing at him being silly. And Ty, I told you, Ty, I sent you that picture for blackmail. I didn't. That was not. It was not blackmailing yet. You were not
he's
supposed to
he's
show
talking
him
about
that.
the basket.
Ty.
Yeah,
Oh
Ty,
my
I'm
God.
airing out your dirty laundry.
Oh my
you
God!
silly
I tried
bitch.
to teach my surrogate children how to blackmail each other, and they don't do it right. Oh my goodness! So
Yeah, but he's got a little white in him, so I don't think.
all right. So I do want to say once again, I want to thank you all. We almost winded down our second hour, and the end of the show is coming to a close. I do want to thank you all for tuning in to Love You Radio on iPhoenix Media YouTube channel. So check us out, subscribe to our channel, so you know when the next time we go live. I just got on Facebook so I can read some comments, just engage some of our people. You said African American now is 2020. It's African American now in 2020. He's talking about you. You're so funny. He's correcting you.
This guy.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Anyway, so we just want to say thank you guys again for tuning in and checking us out. We do this each and every week on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until we get into the studio, Asylum Recording Studios, which helps sponsor this. We're using their equipment.
It's a great studio.
It is a great studio. It's inside the smokestack. Go online and see they have a quarantine special. www.asylumrecordingstudios.com, or go to their fan page on Asylum Recording Studios live sound service. I can't remember the whole thing, but look up Asylum Recording Studios Dubuque. Also follow them on Instagram, same tag. I want to say thank you to 23 Centuries Media. They help sponsor the second hour. Thank you guys so much. Check out Mike Jones' podcast. He does it. He releases like maybe once or twice a week. I'm not sure, but look up 23 Centuries Media. And when the smokestack opens,
it will be reopened.
When it reopens, we want you all
and
to...
Church of Free Souls will be open again.
Yes. Keep your fingers crossed. I can't wait. Follow them on Facebook, Smokestack Dubuque.
And Church of Free Souls is also on Facebook.
Which one?
Church of Free Souls.
Church of Free Souls.
Yep.
We didn't talk about that.
Church of Free Souls is our church.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a
church.
collective at 5 o'clock. It's open, not now.
Right now, it's not open.
You can't do it now.
Because of assembly purposes,
Yeah.
and public health, we're not open to the public.
So when you are,
it will be Church of Free Souls will be back.
Yes. So Church of Free Souls.
And it's unprogrammed meditation.
Unprogrammed meditation.
Yeah.
I like
use it
that.
how you need to use it.
Oh, awesome. So you all heard that. The Church of Free Souls.
I just scream really loud for an hour.
You know what? That happens on the rooftop.
yeah, and we just
because
have you
everybody
there.
wants to scream for a rooftop at least once in their life.
Oh
Every
yeah,
once in
let's
a
go
while.
out there and scream. Let's scream.
Down.
Just let it out.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so if you are interested in being a program sponsor or an advertise, we are advertising and taking things. We're going to shout your business out for free until June 30th. And if you're interested in supporting us, let us know. You can check out iPhoenixMedia11@gmail.com. You can email that. And you can go over to our webpage, www.triphoenixgroup.com, iPhoenix Media. And you can go look on Facebook and just send us an inbox. Check us out. Visit us. Check us all out. We are so ready to get back into the mix of life. That this is awesome. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have 2 minutes, and we take 30 seconds out. This is our part of we do love, peace, and hair grease. So we do 30 seconds of what are we grateful for. And since you're the guest, I will have you go first.
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I have a strong relationship and wonderful people around me.
Awesome. God, awesome.
Always.
Cool.
That is really what it is.
Nice. What about you, Dan?
I mean, of course, I'm grateful for you guys as well. I mean, of all of you guys. I mean, I learned a lot this year. I mean, it's been a rocky couple of months for me, but I met even new people that are, that are definitely helping me through that. So I'm just grateful for the people around that I'm starting to learn the people that really, really are beneficial for me.
Good.
And that's nice.
Good. And I just want to give my 30 seconds or less. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm grateful for you guys. I am so glad that you all came into our lives at the time you did. I'm grateful for my husband, of course, because he has awesome skills. He hears everything. He was really trying to troubleshoot my Facebook Live a few minutes ago until he figured it out. But I thank him anyway. I am grateful for this reset that we have right now. We are in total reset when it comes to who we are. I think we're going to come out of all of this on top of we're gonna have a lot of beautiful things that's gonna come out of this, and I look forward to seeing everybody again. Yeah. And don't forget to check us out next Sunday. We'll be back. Love to Love You radio and podcast. Until next Sunday, have a great evening. Happy Easter.
Alrighty, thank you for tuning in to the Love to Love You radio show, an iPhoenix Media production, produced by Alonda Gregory. For more information, please call our voicemail, 563-293-5940. And please join us next week, same time, same YouTube channel.